Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Season 11 Sprint Cup semi-final number 2. And if I sound like this, there's a reason. First reason is, multiple reasons. First reason is I just cast semi-final number 1. If you've just come from there on YouTube, then you'll know part of that reason. The second reason is I just opened this. I'd forgotten who was in the semi-finals, and I've noticed one of the names. So while we're loading this up, I'll explain why I'm going to have to be extra careful of how annoyed I am in this game, because one of these players, the Undead player, I played them in Clash, which is the weekend res tabletop style tournament that Blood Bowl 3 runs. And they scored a literal 1 in a million touchdown on me. I have never seen the odds of that before. I put the play because it was over 2 turns and it had to happen because it was all sequential, because they had to do a bunch of stuff like, you know, do 4+ dodge, 4+ dodge, red dice double pow, scatter catch the ball, and then I had to roll a dub skull. And then they had to do loads of dodges. And then I had to roll a dub skull. Those were my only, like, blocks. All of that happened. And I typed it into Dave's action calculator on stream. And it came out as 1 in a million. Not like colloquially. As like, oh my God, that was a 1 in a million. A literal 1 in a million touchdown. And the player came into my stream and accused me of underestimating his skill. Which, after I'd just been 1 in a million touchdowned on, I might not have reacted too politely. So now I have to cast his game. So let's see how that goes. His opponent is Seboutouno with Lizards. Okay, I'm also going to say I very, very much hope this is...
Go Lizards for no particular reason.
Thank you, Vegas. I hope, very, very much hope this is not crap, right? All I've been doing lately is complaining in videos because the play has been atrocious. It's been very, very annoying. And I don't want to keep doing it. I just want a game to be decent. I don't even care that it's this guy. Just play decently. And I'll say you play decently. Like, I don't give a crap who people are. Some of the best players in the world are people I wouldn't piss on if they were on fire. And I'd still say they played well. I wouldn't, though, Evil Bear. I mean, unless you were in the cup final, then I might. People think that I give a shit if people are bad at Blood Bowl in general. No, most people are bad at Blood Bowl. That's completely fine. As I've said a million times, if you're bad at Blood Bowl because you don't want to spend any time getting better at Blood Bowl, that is a decent life decision. Nothing wrong with that life decision at all. Better life decision than I've made, certainly. But if you're in a cup and you get through to like the semi-finals and you're still shit, one of two things has happened. You have luck-a-dogged your way through many rounds of the cup after somehow qualifying for the cup. Or two, everyone you played is also rubbish. Because either the qualifications were stupid and pointless, or the majority of people in Blood Bowl who bother to play on Blood Bowl 3 competitions are rubbish. All of which makes me fucking miserable. Oops, all POWs there for the blockless blocks. And a Kaz. Okay, so there we go. I have once again underestimated his skill. Congratulations on your skillful victory over the lizards. Right, that's the last time I'll do that. So, the correct play there is to fill this square. Because Levathus has left a chain on, so you fill the square. You also don't stand up to eat another Mighty Blow block. So you fill this square, preferably with the Crocs. You blitz from there, which filled this now. So you blitz into the mummy, who you push up to there, and then he can make a 2-dice block. And because the Crocs is there, if he gets a POW, he can chain this mummy off and free up this lizard. All of which is, to me, incredibly basic Blood Bowl that someone in a semi-final should immediately see and do. So instead, we just blitz a zombie and eat 2 Mighty Blow blocks back. Which he survives. Okay, whatever. What a bunch of moves that you could possibly have done before 2-dice blockless blitzing. Okay? The one thing I will say is he just put that Saurus in the right square. You might think that's being picky, but the reason that I say that is because now either one of these Saurus can free the other one. That's not true. This one can free this one. You know what I mean? If he just stands up and you don't need to free a Saurus, they both get a block. But if they stand up and you do need to free a Saurus, you can free a Saurus. This one can't free this one. That was stupid of me. But this one can free this one. So he can free up a Saurus, which as he's missing one is good. So that was a good square to put him. You might have thought about putting him there to create the screen with him, etc. But this is the best square. He also hasn't activated the Crocs, which is good because this isn't a screen. So if you activate the Crocs and he goes stupid, this is not a screen and it exposes skinks. So something good from the Lizard player. Something good from anyone who is delightful for me. Coming back to the center is better here. The side is locked down. Okay, after doing all of that and then standing him up anyway to eat the block is stupid. So the Lizard should now just keep this, right? Move one square forward with all of these. Take the block, blitz another one and come back. And that's it. Just stay like that. That's fine. No reason to do anything else. If they then have to push through these two Saurus around one side because they're not getting through this should be more claustrophobic. It should be right in their face. Still don't activate the Crocs. The Crocs is standing in a perfectly fine square. No. No. Why is that the blitz? Stop it. So, because the right-hand side is completely locked down, getting a stun on the left-hand side is considerably more important than a stun on the completely irrelevant back guard. Like, he's doing nothing, is he? He's not switching back and coming this way. It's completely shut down. The left is the only side with any opening. So you take the block and the blitz on the left, so that if you do get a positional stun, he's missing a player on the side he wants to push through. It's not that early. The Undead are about to have turn 5. There we go. So now the Undead have to jam in. Like, they can't do anything. They're going to break this apart. They need to jam in. And they're incredibly lucky that they did this. Because jamming in wouldn't do anything if he had a free Lizard to put back his defensive position. And that's a 1 in 9, which he eats. No, this is the other semi-final net. And that's a huge problem now, isn't it? That's a huge problem for the Undead. They're going to be on turn 6 and the ball's going to be there. All the Lizards have to do is maintain their defensive position. Do not fuck this up, is what the Lizards have to do. Which, by the way, would have fucked up if that Crocs had rolled a 1. And why are we double basing? Why are we basing 2 different players here? Why are we doing that? Oh. All you had to do was maintain curtains across the entire pitch. Full elf pillars across the entire pitch. It's turn 6. It's turn 6 for the undead. He has 2 turns to get into it. All you had to do was just stand there. You could have pressed end turn after standing this guy up and being in a better position than this. Why are we exposing a skink? Why are we exposing a skink? We've got a dead Saurus. One in 81 does not move that guy. He's lucky that wasn't the dodge. He's burned all of his 1 in 9s. No idea why that... Okay, I say he burned all of his 1 in 9s. No, he didn't. He's 1 in 9. Why aren't we clearing the ball? Who knows? Was a block, a 2-dice block to clear the ball, by the way, in case anyone cared. Got a spare player there. The guy that's currently could have just 2 dice straight up and cleared the ball. Fun little game of whatever the fuck that was. It is, yes, but he didn't do it, Plo. He won in 81 on the other guy. He blocked this one. God. One in 9 with a skink, which we wouldn't have had to burn a reroll on if we'd done the blocks with block first. Just saying. Why are we what are we 1-dicing for? Who knows? I mean, we didn't have to 1-dice there, right? The skink could have come around the back and made it a 2-dice block. We can't... Okay. So now we get to scatter the ball. Wow. Rolls a full pow, though, with the reroll. No armor break, but an amazing scatter so far. Nope, it's gone back the other way. Oh, wait, no. Oh, God, it's going everywhere. Man, these scatters are crazy. Worst scatter. Terrible scatter. Another full pow, though. Skink's just going down. More full pows. Gets the scatter again. If it goes top left, he's fucked. If it goes right, he's glorious. And there we go. Now it's a 3+ and he gets the score anyway. It's a 3+. There we go. Off he goes. Good job. In case anyone cared, the good job part was sarcasm. I mean, almost nothing anyone's done has been right. I just don't want another game where I just point that out. Right, the lizard's entire turn was wrong. It is not. Yes, I told that story already. So the lizard's entire turn was wrong. One of this Saurus probably should have blitzed and come over this way to be part of the ruck. Taking the blocks over here was pretty shit. You needed extra players over here to stop this happening. It's more than 2 3s, isn't it? Oh no, wait. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 plus 3 plus, yeah. I was looking for him, but it's this guy over here. Skull. Skull. Wow. Another full underestimation going on. Oh, no. I don't think so. Not without rolling, like, dice that are worse, right? Can't fill those squares because everyone here is based and anyone hitting them is doing so without block. It's a nice idea, but sadly I don't think so. And there we go. A completely skillful and in no way lucky touchdown and drive. Right, we should go for the 1 turn here. Let's see if he set it up okay. That's the first push. Wait a minute. That doesn't seem right. That's a skink taking a block. Okay, this seems wrong. Am I imagining that? Like, this guy's taking the blitz, right? Into him, into him, into him. But then the next block is a skink. And he's in the wrong square. He should be there. Okay, well, let's find out. Good on the ball. Just to clarify, I think Games Workshop have their head up their arse about that interaction. On the ball is a skill that I've taken. It shouldn't be taken away from me by a random roll. The weather should happen first. On the ball should happen afterwards. Or better, don't have that rule, because it's fucking stupid. When the weather changes from normal to normal, that would be no change. 0 change. Why is anything happening? Something doesn't happen. Something doesn't have to happen all the time. It could just be nothing happens. That's a perfectly acceptable result. It was weather, and the weather said nothing happened. The weather stayed the same. The ball doesn't turn into a block of ice if you roll blizzard into blizzard. What? That's a POW. Oh, like, if you get pushes, you are allowed to, like, use the pushes. You don't have to eat the POWs. So he's going to fill these two squares and chain again. And then use this guy to chain again. He's done it in all POWs. But you don't have, like, it's good to have the backup, but you don't have to do that. He's literally taking the POWs, yeah. And the one that isn't a POW now fucks him. And then he failed to pick up. Comedy gold. One of the reasons for taking the pushes is you can push them more squares. You don't have to only push them 2 squares. Sorry, 3 squares. You can push them 4 squares. Wouldn't that be amazing? Alright, so the lizard's still fucked on with this Kaz into Apo fail. But they are still lizards. Lizards be lizards. Hey, that is an anti-blitz defense. Shiver me timbers. I don't know why the guard in the middle is taking a block, or why the guard's in the middle, but that's an anti-blitz defense. 1 marvel, no prize for you. Oh, and that is a sideline kick. Oh God. So for those who missed that, what's happened right there is he's taken a block with his blockless Saurus, second action, and then rolled a both down and taken it because for some reason he doesn't know that that one doesn't have block. It's his team. He made it. Like, that shouldn't come as a surprise to him or anything. It's not lost in the bucket of skills that Saurus have. As, oh my god, I thought this one, I couldn't tell because of all the other skills they've got. There's literally one icon above his head. I don't even know how you could make that mistake while sober. But that mistake he did make. At least the ball is double screened. So, what do we do if you're the undead here? Blitz him with the mummy. Put 2 assists in here. Put a tackle on this skink, because that's who you wanted to pick the ball up with, so we know that. Tackle on this skink. Hopefully you get a pow here and the mummy's on the other skink. And he might have to pick up on the shitty chameleon who's slower. This zombie steps in there to tag the crocs. This mummy tags the closest Saurus. We put 2 assists in here and take the block there so that he can't clear the zombie off the crocs. That's the play to me. Or not. Or not. I mean, we could safer block this guy over here, I guess. By putting extra assists in, but it stops you from being able to base deeper. Base the skinks. Ugh, we were going for the pow so we could blitz the skink. That's okay. I don't hate that plan. That's fine. Like, you know, it's fine. If he'd got the pow, he could blitz the skink and come through. That's okay. I prefer safer, but whatever. It's fine. Why are we following? Okay, so you don't follow there. Because if you don't follow, he can't clear tackle. Oh, God. Okay. I've just remembered. I have just remembered what it was like playing him. He did this. And then he came in, was like, yeah, I play elves normally, even though I've never seen him play anything other than undead. So just casually roll 6s while doing 4+ dodges with your armor 7 piece for very little reason. Yep. That's what happened versus me as well. Well, that was fun. Of course. Wrong block. That should have been the block on the ghoul. Oh, okay. That's unexpected. I think that's a possible surfed skink. Okay, never mind. Doesn't 1 in 81. On the most irrelevant block of the turn. No surfed skink. Maybe a surfed skink. Surfed skink. Take it back. Good surf. Maybe a surfed skink. Wow. Well, there's certainly one thing I underestimate about him. His ability to roll dice. That might be the last one. Oh, he's just giving that ghoul up to get hit. He just saw what happens when you hit an armor 7 piece. Oh, we're not blitzing him. Okay, why would we? Why are we freeing that zombie up? Why did we just free that zombie up? Who knows? Wow. Maybe one day we'll see a game where he doesn't just casually dice the shit out of whoever he's playing. Will not be this day. Doesn't kill himself with an absolutely irrelevant dodge. Well, that blitz doesn't work out, which it would never was going to if you rolled a double down anyway. So obviously shouldn't have been the blitz. And now you don't have a cage. Like, I don't know if you've noticed that. Okay. Why didn't we just go above him? Why are we just giving him a free block? Because this guy can still sack. So this is just a free block on a different skink. Who lives? Oh, God. 2 arrows he had to pick from there. 2 arrows. Full pow into terrible scatter. Yeah, that seems about right. Needed that to be a pow so he could blitz the ball. Wasn't, so he can't. I will say the one thing this game's got going for it is it's not as terrible as the first semi-final, but it is being completely decided by dice. Both players are making terrible mistakes, but one of them is failing many things and removing nothing. And the other one is failing less things and removing many things. Marvel no prize to whoever tells me what I'm about to say. It's so dumb, isn't it? Like, it's quite literally the one single thing, the one single hope that the lizards have got left is if he pows him and it goes in the crowd and goes that way. That's literally the only hope the lizards have left. If he is standing there and there's no chance of it going in the crowd, what the fuck are the lizards going to do? Throw a 6+ pass? But nope, there we go again. Oops, all 1 in 9s is pretty weird. No. Oh, okay, he removed him. Okay, never mind, he removed him. I forgot he couldn't do it. Alright, here we go. Yeah. What must it be like to be so underestimated? That was definitely the last time. Just gonna keep saying it and pretending it's the last time. And there we go. Fails neither dodge. And that's the end of that. And then just gets a blitz. And a 40% pow. And the Crocs didn't come back. Just press end turn, Seboutouno. It's done. You didn't play well and you got diced. You can't live with both of those things happening. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well done. Best thing that happened in this match. Well, there we go. Congratulations to Levathus. Commiserations to Seboutouno. That means the final is Levathus and his Undead versus Leet and his Dark Elves. And misery for me. Right. At least they happened. Hopefully you learned something as much like the first semi-final, almost entirely on what not to do, which is not what we want to do in Penguin Academy, but working with the crap that I've got. So we will see you in that amazing final. Hope you are all at the edge of your seats. Bye-bye.